look at our chances of making it to the competition this time. You know, we missed the last 2 editions, and hopefully we'll be able to make it through this time. We would look at the FIFA Confederations Cup semi-final. A semi-final match will be played today, so we will look at that. We will also look at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup currently going on. Nigeria will not be playing today, but of course we will look at the other groups that will file out today. So, and of course, we'll keep an eye on Nigeria's group and the matches that will be played tomorrow. We'll also take yesterday's results. We will, after all that, we will come to the home scene, look at the Nigeria Professional Football League, the new logo that has been unveiled, and the deliberations that will take place today. The club owners and the LMC trying to chart a new course for the second stanza of the league. We'll see how far that will go. Also, we would, on the show this morning, look at some results from the round of 64 in the Federation Cup. And of course, we're going to look at some transfer news, players moving, coaches moving. We're going to try and look at that. We would also spare some time for boxing on the show this morning. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is in the news. He's got for himself another opponent, but this time you feel that he's gotten somebody. They are on equal terms. They are evenly matched, so to speak. Then, of course, we'll close the show looking at tennis, looking at the top seeds, how they are faring at the Wimbledon Open. That's the outlook of the show this morning. Well, of course, we will also take a look at the papers on this lovely Wednesday morning. So let's just go right into it. Well, I'm not alone on the show. This one I have Tayo Salam with me. Tayo, let me welcome you. Good morning.
Yeah, it's good to be here again, Yemi.
Okay. Let's start by taking a look at Coach Stephen Keshi.
Yeah.
He has just released a list of 24. Well, that's it. Keshi calls up 24 home-based players for the CHAN qualifier. That's the African Nations Cup for players playing in their domestic league. And so Keshi has called up 24 players. Well, 24 players, 10 of them were with him in Brazil, and 14 of them not new to the setup. Most of them have been in and out of, especially since we've started this home-based project. Yeah. Most of them have been in and out of it. So I'm very sure we're going to see the list now of the players. Like I said, 10 were in. Okay, let me go quickly before I allow you to make your comments. Yeah. Goalkeepers, Chigozie Agbim and Daniel Akwe. For the defenders, Azubike Igweke, Benjamin Francis, Godfrey Obabuna, Kunle Odulami, Ezekiel Bassi, Omar Zango, Solomon Kwambe, Chibuzo Okonkwo. Those are the defenders. For the midfielders, you have Sunday Umba, Ayo Saka, Emeka Eze, Olufemi Oladapo, former under-21 international, plays for 3SC now, and Mohamed Jia. Those are the midfielders. For the strikers, you have Mohamed Gambo of Kano Pillars, Gomo Onduku, Obina Nwachuku, Ifeanyi Ede, Antonio Putu, Pius Samson, Festus Aja, and Ogenekaro Etebo, and, well, the league's top scorer, Dele Olorundare. Those are the guys that make up the squad. But let me quickly ask you if there's any name that you think should be here that's not here.
No, not really. This is a very good list. If in my own opinion, every player that is playing in the domestic league that has been doing well so far this season have actually found their way onto this list, in my own opinion. It's good to see Dele Olorundare in the team. Like I said, he's the top scorer in the league with 11 goals in 19 games. Yeah, that's a pretty good record if you want to consider that. It's very hard.
Especially now that we have problems in that
the
department.
attack, yeah. So this might just be the opportunity for Olorundare to stake a claim for a place in the main Super Eagles team. And it's good to see the likes of Olufemi Oladapo back as well too. He was in Europe. It was in Europe for a while.
Played in Portugal for a while.
Yeah, less than inspiring sojourn in Europe. It's good to see him back on the domestic scene for Shooting Stars, and apparently Stephen Keshi has been keeping an eye on him, and it's good to see him back in the team as well because he's a very talented player. All
right, let's talk about our route to the CHAN qualifier. We will have to scale the hurdle, and that's Côte d'Ivoire, the Elephants of Côte d'Ivoire. That's the hurdle we have to scale. Last time out, it was Niger and we thought it was going to be easy. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Now is the elephants of Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, it's been awful for us so far. Like I said, we've missed the last two editions in 2009 and 2011, and if we miss this edition again in 2014, it's really going. It's not going to be a good look for the Nigerian Premier League, because we're at the time where the home-based players have found their way into the national team.
They're doing well.
And they're doing well. Now, all of a sudden, we can't qualify for the domestic African Cup of Nations. So it doesn't really sound.
I think it's time. It's time the home-based players step up.
They need to step up.
We know they're good,
Yeah.
but it's time they prove their critics wrong.
Okay.
You can't be giving us some of these brilliant displays when you play for the Super Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm not being able to qualify for a competition that is meant for players playing in a domestic league.
Exactly, especially when you want to consider the fact that the likes of DR Congo and Tunisia have won the past two editions. So where's Nigeria in the scheme of things when it comes to domestic football in Africa? And we want to now take it further and think about the performance of the clubs on the continent this year. It's been very bad as well. We have only ranges on the continent this
Cup Confederations Cup.
Exactly. So everything is going to come to a head if the home-based Eagles don't qualify for the CHAN Championship.
So before we leave it, just in one or two words, our chances, do they look good? Yeah,
chances look very good. Taking a look at that lineup, we've seen that lineup is very experienced, especially the back four. The defenders on the list, the Obobonas are there. You have the Chigozie Agbims. So the list is a very good list. But
going to be playing in July?
July 6th at the Amadou Bello Stadium in Kaduna. We just have to get very positive results in the first leg so we can have something
to take to
Abidjan, where it's going to be very tough.
Okay, let's leave the Super Eagles and talk about the FIFA Confederations Cup. Well, Nigeria is out, but of course, we'll still have to talk about the FIFA Confederations Cup semi-final matches that will be played today and tomorrow. So let's just have a look at the teams that will just file out against each other. Of course, you know that Brazil will take on Uruguay, and of course, Spain will take on Italy. And interesting matches.
Absolutely, Brazil-Uruguay that's the Clásico for South American football, and it's going to be very, very tough. Brazil
in Belo Horizonte.
Exactly. Brazil have actually come into their own in this Confederations Cup. They came into this tournament ranked 22nd in the world. That's the record low for them, but you can blame that to the fact that they don't have to play qualifiers, so they've been missing in action. But they've come into this tournament firing in all cylinders. They won all three of the group matches, and going against Uruguay, it's going to be a very tough match. It's not going to be easy for Brazil, but I expect Brazil to actually come out tops in this game, and you expect the usual suspects of Neymar and Fred and Oscar to be ready to go.
Okay, what are the chances? We'll leave Spain and Italy. It's going to be played tomorrow, but you're tempted to think that it's going to be a one-sided affair, especially since the Azuris will be missing Mario Balotelli. But let's leave that. You've talked about Brazil. Let's talk about Oscar Tabarez's men. I mean, in terms of the players they have at their disposal, especially in an attack, you would want to think they're the strongest team in this tournament.
Exactly. That's when you talk about the players they have on paper. But so far, so good. We haven't seen the best of Cavani and Suarez. We saw them against Nigeria, and Obuabano and Omero and Chejile. They kept them quiet for pretty much 90 minutes. So perhaps this might just be the game where they step up and take the claim to be one of the best attacking force in Europe.
I mean, this is Brazil against Mexico, a routine win for the Brazilians. Yes, okay. I think this is the lead up to one of the goals, and I mean, they just seem to do things better than before Scolari came on board. Things were not looking good for them.
Absolutely not.
But now, I mean, the fans are gradually coming behind the Seleção.
Exactly. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, before when Menezes was in charge of the team, they were actually regressing. And that's why they had to make the decision of bringing Scolari back with his experience, and I think he actually has Alberto Pereira as his assistant coach as well. So it's a crack coaching team, and we're beginning to see the influence of the both coaches on this particular Brazilian team.
Okay, so we'll we'll see what happens. But anytime Uruguay and Brazil,
it's always tough. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be